There was big news last week in Ohio when J.D. Vance, the Trump-backed candidate, won against two other Republicans with whom he'd been slugging it out. The Trump endorsement really seemed to help him. It's funny how much the liberal media is like, it's a test. It's the Mar-a-Lago primary. It's a test of Trump. And then when
Right.
J.D. Vance, the Trump-backed candidate, wins, it's like crickets. You know, like they wanted to be able to say, Trump's run out of power and influence. They're dying to be able to say that, and they cannot say that. And people now looking at Dr. Oz in Pennsylvania. What does it mean for him? What does it mean for other Trump-backed candidates going into the midterms? What say you?
Well, it was a great night for Trump last week. I mean, he went 14 for 14 in Ohio, not just J.D. Vance, but other Republicans that he backed in these House races won, some of them, big upsets and convincingly. And so, and you're right. I mean, he picked J.D. Vance up off the floor. He was languishing in third place, in the middle of April, and went, straight to the top. Now, J.D. Vance was a good candidate, though, in some ways. I mean, he obviously, said some nasty stuff about Trump, but Trump addressed that by, in his famous way.
Yeah.
Dr.
Said
Oz,
if I didn't back anybody who had ever criticized me, there'd be nobody.
Yeah. He said some nasty stuff, but he didn't use the word stuff. But Dr. Oz is a little different. I mean, you can definitely sense that, Republicans, even people who like Donald Trump a lot in Pennsylvania, were mystified by his choice of Oz over David McCormick and also Kathy Barnett. Don't sleep on her. The latest poll, Trafalgar poll, came out yesterday, has her at like 22%. Oz is up 2 points, but it's a three-way race there right now. And I think it's within the margin of error. So anything can happen in Pennsylvania, which is a week from tomorrow. And so, and the other race that people point to about Trump's influence is the governor's race in Georgia, where, Trump very much wants to have Brian Kemp not win re-election, but Trump's back candidate Perdue is not doing as well as many people thought he would do. But yeah, this whole month, I mean, we've got beyond Pennsylvania, you've got North Carolina, you've got, Arizona, Missouri, Arizona's in August, Missouri, but a lot of, Trump endorsements are going to be on the line this month. So I think we'll see when the dust settles how well he does, but he certainly got off to a good start in Ohio last week.
And do we think Ohio is an outlier, just given its demographics and, it's turning more and more red and has been for some time? It wouldn't surprise anybody to see Trump's influence still big there. But what are the early signs in terms of his influence in these other states, even outside of Pennsylvania, which is more purple?
Yeah, I mean, the candidate he endorsed in North Carolina, Ted Budd, is sort of running away with it there. And that's a state that's been trending Republican, over the last couple cycles. I mentioned Georgia. That's obviously now a famously purple state. Herschel Walker seems to be holding up pretty well thus far. Obviously in the primary, he's crushing it, but there are questions about whether he'll be one of those general election candidates that is able to get it done or not. I mean, we've seen this in repeated cycles that Republicans will invariably shoot themselves in the foot in one or two Senate races. You think of Sharon Angle in Nevada, you think of Christine O'Donnell in Delaware, or Todd Aiken, Richard Murdoch. I mean, you can go down the list. They invariably nominate a candidate for whatever reason, because of their profile, their past, or things they say on the trail, just cannot get the job done, even in a good Republican year. And that's certainly what this is going to be. So I think when all is said and done, Trump's going to end up, his endorsement, he's not going to be perfect, I don't think, but he'll be close to it. I think his strength within the Republican Party is still very real. And I think the folks who are, establishment-backed candidates are fighting an uphill battle at this point.
But meanwhile, both sides do it, because you just had this guy, Ryan, the Democrat in Ohio, running against J.D. Vance now, suggesting to Brett Baier that he's for abortion all the way through the 9th month, which should just be up to the mother, which is definitely not in line with Ohio voters. So, both sides say these outrageous things where you're like, wait, what? What did he just say? And
right.
They don't take them back. They don't try to, they don't do a very good job of cleaning them up. So you gotta believe that they stand by them. All right. So what's your feeling right now on, you still feel like the Republicans are definitely taking over the House, yes?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a Politico article this morning that said, Democrats these are the races they need to have a chance at holding the House. And I tweeted that famous Jim Carrey GIF of him in Dumb and Dumber was saying, you mean there's still a chance? You still got a chance?
What you're saying is there's a chance.
Yeah. I don't think there's any pundit or prognosticator or political watcher who thinks that the Democrats have a realistic chance. I mean, you just look at the toss-up races. Go to Cook Political maybe and check out their ratings. They've got 18 Democratic toss-up races, 8 Republican toss-up races. So if Republicans just manage to split the toss-ups, they lose 4 of theirs and they win 9 of the 18 Democratic seats. There's your 5 seats. I mean, there's your Republican majority. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, you've got 8 more seats that are democratically held that are rated leans or likely Republican. And only 1 going in the other direction. So it's just incredibly hard for Democrats to have any chance of maintaining a majority. I mean, to lose only 4 seats in this environment with redistricting and as I mentioned, inflation, economy, all of that driving the day. I just think they have. If the election were held today, now things could still change. 6 months is a lot of time. I always like to throw that caveat in there. But right now, I mean, they have very little chance of approaching 0.
Are the high fuel costs putting a damper on your summer vacation plans? From higher prices at the pump to a jump in airfare, it's getting more expensive to get away for a week. But what if you could soak up those vacation vibes year-round? Get a Michael Phelps Swim Spa by Master Spas. Whether you want to stay close to home this summer or just want to extend your break, a Michael Phelps Swim Spa by Master Spas can transform your backyard into an oasis. It combines the benefits of a pool with the therapy of a hot tub. Michael Phelps Swim Spas by Master Spas have a water current so you can swim. You can do aquatic exercises. You can just have fun with the kids. This is going to reinvent family time. You'll love it and your family and friends will too. Michael Phelps Swim Spas by Master Spas come in a variety of sizes to complement almost any yard, even if it's a small one. And since it's heated, you can use it year-round in any climate. Michael Phelps Swim Spas are 100% made in the USA by Master Spas, the world's largest swim spa manufacturer. Go to masterspas.com, put in the promo code MK to save $1,000 on a Michael Phelps Swim Spa or $500 on a Master Spas hot tub. That's masterspas.com, promo code MK. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.